19. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Goran, just a quick question before you head off to the locker room. Is the varied offensive...
Okay, guys, tremendous work in the first half. These fans haven't had a thing to cheer about. Let's talk about how to keep it going.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going. Phoenix has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And on the floor for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half. Inside, it's Morris and Plumlee. Thomas is out there at Bledsoe. And it's Morris in at the small forward. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Miles Plumlee, Steve, buried on the bench in his rookie season with Indiana.
Personal foul at the line for the Suns.
Stolicz without Plumlee coming back in the deal.
Well, it was a good move on their part. Plumlee stepped into their starting center position, played very well, and has a bright future, really, in Phoenix because he fits right into what they're trying to do.
Baller, he's checked in for Thomas. Harris misses. Suns leading by 19. Bledsoe with it. To the paint. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
And the Suns' top draft pick, Alex Len, dealt with ankle issues.
Checking in for the Suns.
Let's go. You're in.
Thomas.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Ridnour passes to Vucevic. He kicks it to Oladipo. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And Plumlee still working to expand his skill set. Work a 40-inch vertical leap. I mean, his athleticism sets him apart.
So for the Magic, Gordon's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Harkless comes in for Tobias Harris. And Fournier subbed in for Luke Ridnour. Phoenix also making some changes. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Morris. Dragic comes in for Eric Bledsoe. And it's Baller in for Isaiah Thomas.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
To the wing right side. Here's Harkless. Good on the three-point shot. Harkless has got his second bucket of the night.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot. But if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense. You get a chance here to take a look at Goran Dragic's numbers, how the season's turning out for him. He's averaging about 14 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds, and he's really been pulling his weight. And we're finding his name in a lot of different columns in their box score.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for from him, Steve. He doesn't have to be the star, just somebody with solid contributions across a wide range of areas.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Plumlee. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Marcus Morris. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, Gerald Green was the 18th pick back in 2005, but remember, he fell out of the league for a while, saying, quote, "I took things for granted. I didn't know how to be a pro, but I learned from my mistakes. I understand now this is not a hobby, this is a job. Now I'm a better professional, a much better player, and I'm all about winning." Kevin?
Nice comeback story, Doris. Nice story. Thank you.
He's just been ice cold. I mean, he cannot find the range.
Gordon kicks to Harkless. Inside to Vucevic. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Vucevic has got 7 points for the quarter.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Here's Baller, and he's good on the 3-ball. And the Suns lead by 12.
Yeah, he didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Gordon with a screen on Dragic. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Now that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
And Phoenix making a change here. Morris is checked in. Harkless kicks to Fournier. Now the feed to Vucevic. It's stolen by Morris. Beyond the arc. It's in from long range. One more from Baller. Baller's got his third basket of the night. The Magic trail by 15. Here's Oladipo. 5 points in the game, and he's way off from outside.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time. He's found the rhythm here in the third quarter, Kevin, and his confidence is palpable. You can feel it. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be falling.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Well, this is what you talk about when you have the offensive play coming together based on tremendous passing. It's the rhythm and flow that occurs that makes this a beautiful game.
Suns leading by 18, taken away by Ridnour. The forwards are Gordon and Harris. Fournier out there with Luke Ridnour, and it's O'Quinn in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando. Launches it, and that's good for 3 points. Nice shot from Baller. Baller's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Suns. Now, here's Ridnour. Defense is right there, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
You know, over the years, we've seen injuries bother the same people over the course of their careers, while other...
That's the way to work on D.
almost be considered a skill rather than just luck of the draw.
The Magic trailed by 19. Now, here's Ridnour. Pass to Fournier. Kicks it to Harris. Here's O'Quinn. Shot clock at 3. Here's Fournier. Can't hit. The Suns go the other way with it. Baller, he's checked in for the Suns. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Banked in off the glass. Baller's got 5 points in the quarter.
Another bucket adding to their lead. They've been the better team in every facet of the game.
And to turn in this kind of performance in an opponent's building, that's really impressive.
Here's Gordon using his post move to get the 2 points. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Baller. They get it back. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
The Orlando Magic come into this one following a loss to the Hornets. Now, here's Ridnour. He's guarded closely. Poked away. Baller. He's guarded by Ridnour. 18 feet out. And that's a foul called on Miles Plumlee. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Magic making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in. The Magic trail by 21. Ridnour dishes to Vucevic. Now, here's Ridnour. He's covered closely. Drops in the layup for 2. Ridnour's got 4 this quarter. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Baller passes to Morris. 6 to shoot. Morris with the ball. Vucevic on him. No good from Baller.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
Harris with it. Now defended by Baller. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Phoenix leading by 19 points. Here's Baller. That's good. Baller's got 19 points.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. For three, Fournier, and that one's good.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
So it's Phoenix now. It's an 18-point game. Here's Baller. Trying to answer. Back, but that three is off the mark. The Magic have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Harris with it. Guarded now by Morris. Here's Fournier.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes.
Down to 5
remaining
on the
in
shot
quarter.
clock. Here's Harris. Rebound by Baller.
He has not been on his game, and you know their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Complete domination. What a game for Baller. He's got 19 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
Well, they'd be in a much different position in this game if he wasn't burying those long balls.
Oladipo, he's checked in for Evan Fournier.
You know, an interesting study came out recently that argued that steals are really undervalued, not just because they create high percentage scoring opportunities at the other end, but also there just aren't that many players who really excel in that area.
Harris kicks to Oladipo. Passes it to Ridnour. The tray, and it's sent back by Plumlee.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Suns.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
Well, they're going to win again. Same result as the previous matchup between these two clubs.
And it's the last time they meet this year, so that'll make it a sweep of the season series.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Baller. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Well, you talk about steals, one of the harder stats to replace. Some players just have the knack.
Yeah, you know, when you replace a guy who can take the ball away from opponents, a great stealer, I mean, it's hard to replace that in your lineup. Steals require a special knack, quickness, anticipation. And, you know, guys that do a good job of ball hawking can really get into an opposing player's head, too.
And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Harkless comes in for Harris. And Willie Green is subbed in for Luke Ridnour. It's Oladipo on the wing. Here's Baller. It counts.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is.